reflection. It's what light does when it strikes a mirror, but light also reflects off pretty much everything. Some things, like the sun, light globes, fluorescent tubes and fire, produce their own light, which shines into our eyes, allowing us to see them. These things are said to be luminous. But the only reason we can see things that don't produce their own light is because they reflect light from, say, a fire into our eyes. Right now, the fire's light is shining onto me and then reflecting into the camera, which detects the light and forms an image. The trillions of light rays which are produced don't travel instantaneously, but travel at an incredibly fast 300,000 kilometers per second. So they take only about 10 billionths of a second or so to reach the camera. So how does it all work? This light globe shines light onto the mirror and we can see the light reflected by the mirror. The light rays follow the law of reflection. But where are we looking when we look at something in the mirror? A lot of people believe that you have to look at and focus on the mirror itself to see the image. But that's not actually the case. The light rays here hit the mirror at an incident angle of 30 degrees and then reflect at an angle of 30 degrees as well. Now, whenever we see something, we can't really tell where the light originated from. We can only tell the last direction the light was travelling in when it entered our eyes. To see the image, we have to look in the direction that the light was travelling from. These light rays entering the observer's eyes appear to be coming from somewhere behind the mirror along this line of sight, which we represent with a dotted line. If another set of light rays hits the mirror at an angle of, say, 50 degrees, these are seen by a different observer. The second observer has to look along a different line of sight to see where the light appears to be coming from. The point where these lines of sight intercept is in fact where the image of the globe is located. And of course there aren't only two light rays, there are trillions, but every single one of the reflected rays appears to be coming from this point here. Now, we don't usually think of the images we see in a mirror as having a location. Surely there's nothing behind the mirror and everything is just in the mirror somewhere. But the image does have an actual location, even though there's no light behind the mirror. For flat mirrors, the image is the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of the mirror. And I'll say it again, even though you're only looking at reflected light and there's nothing physically there behind the mirror, the image is there and it has a definite location.